Good evening, and welcome to a horror Halloween slash themed. Dare I say? Well, could this classify as a horror movie to an extent? I suppose
I mean, yeah, it can. I think it does. It definitely dips its toes into the horror realm. It's
it does.
horror adjacent. Horror adjacent. That's the good word
Horror.
for it. Horror
I
adjacent.
like that term, horror adjacent. You can't go wrong with a term like that. So
You
tonight
can't.
we are looking at 1988's Dead Heat. This is Beverly Hills Cop by way of Reanimator, or at least it's trying to be like that anyway. I don't know. Jen, would that be an accurate description?
I think that is right on the money. Although for me, they got the Reanimator part more right than they did the Beverly. They got the Beverly Hills Club close, but not. They did the Reanimator stuff worked better because that's where a lot that and Treat Williams are the biggest assets of this movie.
Yeah, I think Piscopo is good as well. This was directed by Mark
Yeah,
Goldblatt.
I'm not knocking on Pisc. Mm-hmm.
Oh, sorry. This was
Oh,
directed by Mark Goldblatt. It was released in 1988. Goldblatt was a editor on some big fucking films. Worked a lot with Jim Cameron. Worked on Terminator and Terminator 2, which is kind of ironic with the last couple of scenes of this movie. And he only directed two movies. This and 1989's The Punisher with Dolph Lundgren, which is fun in its own. This is a fun movie. Both these movies he's done are fun. You can't say there isn't fun to be had with this. But yeah, my history with this was I saw it when I was 10 years of age, and I thought it was badass. My dad rented it for me. And what's the old adage? Nostalgia is a nice place to visit, but you can never live there again. And I think this movie is point positive for this.
I would agree with you on that. This is a movie that is definitely of a certain time, of a certain place, and going after a very specific demographic. You know what I mean by that? This is a movie that I don't think could be done today. I think it's very much of its time, for good and for bad. And it's a fun movie. For me, it's a little. My issues with it is it's a little bit in neutral. It's like it's trying to do two things and it can't quite get a hold of either one. I think it would have been better if they would have done one or the other. But my positives for it is Treat Williams is fucking fabulous, and like you said, Joe Piscopo. And you guys got to remember, back in the 80s and early 90s, he wasn't looked at with too much respect, even though he was a Saturday Night Live alum, and he did some other movies in the 80s, and he's got something to him. I can see why he would work, but and him and Treat Williams play off of each other really well.
They do. They are believable as kind of buddies and cop. When you're doing a buddy cop movie, you need that back and forth. You need that chemistry, and there's chemistry here. Just the script is definitely the weakest of this. Hey, Tex, we got Tex in the chat.
Hi, Tex. Welcome.
Hey, Tex.
But this is we were talking before, because this is my history with this movie is when I was doing research for our 80s and 90s movies. I would look through all the movies that came out that year, and if there was any movies that looked like I needed to see them, or if they could be for a Trashfire, I'd put them in a folder and stuff. And when I saw this one, I'd never heard of it. I'm like, this would be a good movie for a Trashfire, and I hadn't seen it at that point. And then I saw today. Today's the first time I didn't even know this was a thing. Hey, Patrick.
Also, we got Patrick. We got Patrick in the chat as well. Hey, Cheetah will view, another fucking awesome YouTuber. If you guys haven't checked out Texas or Patrick's fucking channel, make sure you fucking give him a goog.
Very much so.
There's definitely fun to be had here, and the director knows what they have no illusions. They know they're not making fucking Citizen Kane. They know they're not making Citizen Kane. I mean, with some of the characters' names like Roger Mortis and Doug Below. Look bigger. It's like, come on, come on. There's no illusions. The cast, the rest of the cast is fairly cool as well. We have Darren McGavin, who you horror fans might know as Kolchak the Night Stalker, or
Mhm.
as Jen pointed out a couple of times, it's the dad from Christmas Story. And you also have Robert Picardo, and if I'm not mistaken, we have it's a small role, it's a cameo role, but we have the legendary Vincent Price. Of course, I'm not
Mhm.
mistaken. It's fucking Vincent Price in a cameo. Would you call it a cameo role? It's not a blink and you miss it. He's kind of integral to the plot, Jen.
I would still say he's a glorified cameo. He's as big of a cameo as a cameo can be without getting any bigger of a part. But I mean, even a tiny little drop of Vincent Price is always worth it. And I mean, he makes everything better, even if the movie's not the best. Thank you, Patrick, and thank you, Texas. I really appreciate that. You can't ever go
Thanks,
wrong
lads.
with Vincent
That's
fucking
awesome.
Price, and he adds some class. Like Vincent Price always adds some fucking class, even in a movie where people are reanimated back to life. I mean, he really does add a touch of class.
And he's having fun. I think all the actors working on this are having fun. There's a
Yes.
couple, again, as I said, the script is great, but there's some lines in this movie where it's a wink and a nod to the camera. Like they're like, yeah, I fucking said that. What are you gonna do? Hey, Acres movie.
Hello, Acres. Welcome. Yes, like you said, no delusions of grandeur with this film, but it helps. See, sometimes even if you have a subpar or Dara, and I don't think this is a bad script. It just definitely could have used a rewrite or two. But it's a mediocre script if we're going to be honest. But Joe Piscopo and Treat Williams and all of our little side players do make it better. They make it entertaining. Hello, Larry.
Larry, that was the one I was looking forward to and most worried about because I remember when I was a kid, that scene I thought it kicked ass. And it hasn't aged badly. I thought it was going to be one of those things, where you go back and look at something and you're like, oh, Jesus, that aged bad. It's actually pretty fucking cool. And as Larry says, it's funny.
It is funny, but I'm also like, I'm impressed, maybe because I'm biased, and this is, even though I didn't grow up with this particular movie, I'm very familiar with this style. And I was watching it tonight when we were watching the movie, and I was like, they just don't make them like that anymore. Like, this is really, I love that scene. I was enchanted with the scenes. And like you said, funny, but also dazzling. That's the word I'd use for it, dazzling. I mean, who would think that a
It,
fucking, big old cow that, with his head coming off going after Treat Williams and he uses a hook? I think that's really cool.
yeah, it's cool and it's practical. I actually originally thought they used stop motion, but no, it's actually a practical kind of fucking puppet and stuff.
Oh,
And yeah,
nice.
as Jen pointed out, if that was made nowadays, if that was made nowadays, it'd be some fucking CG bullshit. But no, everything's practical. And don't get me wrong, it's not Screaming Mad George or Rob Bottin or fucking Rick Baker even, but it's still fucking solid. And as Jen kind of says, it harks back to a bygone era of practical effects
Very.
that we don't get nowadays.
I agree. I agree. And I guess that's actually besides Treat Williams is my biggest praise for this movie and for the reason to watch it. And like I was saying, this is very much a dad movie. This is something that most dads, especially if they're older dads, sitting in your big old comfy chair with a beer, you're going to have a good time. And also the makeup effects, not just the special effects, but I was very impressed with the makeup effects because Treat Williams is decomposing throughout the whole movie. And it's a weird word to use with this kind of film, but subtle, like how subtly he's
Yeah.
starting to go throughout the movie. It's very subtle at first, which I appreciated.
Also, the Tex pointed out Larry had a wicked stream last night. If you catch it in a replay, check it out. Larry was interviewing Mr. Dan, another awesome guy, and the two of them have a great fucking conversation. So check out that fucking stream later on. And you're dead right. Acres, a movie brought up Deep Rising. There's so many great fucking Treat Williams movies, and the guy was so down to earth and likable. And like the thing is, people are like, oh, that actor, he's not in much. Treat Williams was around. Treat Williams was in fucking a Sergio Leone movie. He was in Once Upon a Time in America. He was
Mm-hmm.
in Deep Rising. He was in The Phantom. He was the bad guy. He was, even as a fucking horrible fucking villain, he is so fucking likable. And yeah, it's
He also had
it's
sex with that old lady in Tales from the Crypt. Frances
I
Sternhagen.
never seen that episode. I need to check it out. I need to check it out.
It's
Um
really great, and he is so smarmy, but like he's likable smarmy. If that's a thing, he is so smarmy, but the most likable smarmy.
he is. You can't go fucking wrong with Treat Williams. And it sucks that
Mm-mm.
he passed away. It sucks. Again, another great one of those who that guy actors, you know.
Mhm.
Um
That face.
I I think Jen hits the nail on the head that essentially if it wasn't for the kind of premise, the effects, and Williams, this would be some fucking bargain bin shit that you would have stuck on in the background. You wouldn't have paid any attention to it. But
Mhm.
yeah, Jesus Christ. It's a fun movie. It's one to be had.
It is. It's one that I think a lot of people would. I think there's probably because I don't get it heard mentioned very much. Like I said, I just stumbled upon it and I saw the trailer for it and I was like, this is definitely a trash fire to talk about. And but you're right. Like this is a movie that it's the acting that really it's the actors that really say and not just all Treat Williams is definitely the biggest reason to watch, but everybody else is good too. And like you said, they're having fun with this material. And you almost have to with this kind of script. You got to go for broke with this kind of script. And I think it works. And another thing that you mentioned a lot is that this isn't exactly for this kind of movie. It's not a happy ending kind of movie.
No, there isn't the ending. Like we, okay, spoilers for anyone who fucking hasn't seen this. Essentially, the bad guy is defeated. The bad guy is killed, but our hero dies. His girlfriend dies, and his buddy dies, and it's just. But
Everybody
it's still
dies except for Vincent
everyone
Price.
fucking dies, and it's just fun. It again, there's the like it as Jen pointed out, it's the dichotomy of they wanted to do something a bit serious, but at the same time they were like jumping back and forth over the fact, oh my god, he's gonna die. Like there's supposed to be an emotional scene with Treat Williams in the library between him and Joe Pescopo. And like it just devolves into juvenile jokes, and they're like, okay, yeah, right, okay, this script is dog shit, but let's work with what we got.
Yeah, exactly. But there is some magic and there's a lot of good humor. And you know me, I'm tough with humor, but there are some one liners that kind of had me smirking and smiling. Joe Piscopo, definitely. And also, I like you've already spoiled for us, Joe Piscopo's dead by the end of it too. And like when they find his body hanging upside down in a fish tank, I want to say, with his legs
Yeah,
tied, that looked really good too.
it's grim. The deaths, like again, it's not mean spirited, but no one goes out quietly in this movie. Um, I
But that's kind
one
of the thing. I didn't mean to interrupt you, Marty, but that's kind of the thing because you and I were having this conversation. And maybe that's the point. Maybe this movie's a little deeper than it is because even when people get happy endings, right? Eventually everybody dies. So your happy ending ends sometime, depending on your perspective of what happens in the afterlife or if there even is an afterlife. But I mean, death sucks no matter what. Even if there is a good afterlife and you get on the whatever, it's still death fucking sucks. So maybe this movie, maybe this Reanimator meets Beverly Hills Cop movie is a bit deeper than we think. Oh my god, I'm that person.
you're that person. You're trying to fuck. I can dig this basement. Jen, you're using your nails. I can dig it, damn it. Acres of movie. Did we want a sequel to this? How could you get a sequel to this? I suppose.
I guess their adventures. Well, they do talk about at the very end. They are talking about reincarnation. So I mean,
Yeah,
you
I
might.
like where like fucking what was it, Joe Piscopo? Yeah, why you want to get reincarnated as a lady's bicycle seat? I'm like, God damn it, Joe Piscopo, you're just too likable.
And at the beginning, you very much the butt. And there's a lot of, like I said, with the dad stuff, that we get car chases, we get explosions, we get the very stereotypical chief of police yelling at him, going, "It's my ass on the line because of you two." And they just are, and Joe Piscopo and Treat Williams are just standing there going, "Well, no, he did that, I did this." Very cool. Which I doubt. Does any cop actually, even back in the 80s, did anyone actually act like that?
Probably not. It's like again, you watch these movies and you're like, if someone actually, okay, Sarge, I ran over the perp with my car and blew up a fucking building. You're fired. You're not only you fired, you're going to San Quinton. You took multiple human lives. Like we think about all those action movies we watch with like Mel Gibson or Bruce Willis after killing hundreds of guys. There is no way they would be let back on the fucking police force. It's like, what the fuck? Hey, coffin crew.
They're loose cannon. Oh, hello.
And we
He's
have
dead.
Mr. Dan
Larry's
as well in the chat. I didn't want anyone thinking I was fucking ignoring him there. More cool channels for you to check out. It's the cliche. It's basically, hey, let's make a cliche cop movie and make the cops zombies. That's like, it's. I'm not going to say maybe the formula is too basic. Maybe you're thinking you're not going to be making a wedding cake with that fucking combination. You're going to be making a fucking sponge cake at best. You know?
But it worked. Look at how many movies, whether they were successful or not, especially in the time period of the 80s and early 90s, that was a formula that worked. And even nowadays, like people, oh God, we're old now. But like, I don't like to think we're old, Marty, but we're old. Like people that are in our 40s now are going, these are. We're like our parents were with certain movies. These are classics. Oh my God, Lethal Weapon and Die Hard are fucking classics.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah, I know. Jen, Acres
Yes.
the Movie has a question for us. Go on a dark ride for Dead Heat or Chopping Mall, or both.
Dead Heat.
You prefer Dead Heat to Chopping Mall?
I like Chopping Mall fine, but like I said, I wasn't bullshitting you, Marty. I really appreciated the special effects. The one scene in particular, I liked it, and I'm always charmed by Treat Williams. I am, and I don't hate Joe Piscopo. And I guess I just remember a time where everybody treated him like a joke, and I'm like, why did you guys always give him hell? He might have not been the funniest guy in the round, but he had some charisma. He had something to him. I guess I'm just a sucker for underdogs.
I liked him. I thought he was funny. He served the purpose as the big fucking meathead, fucking tough guy kind of cop to Treat Williams more subtler kind of cop. Like some of the lines. Sorry, Jen.
What about you, Marty? Well, Chopping Mall or Dead Heat?
Oh, I'm gonna go Chopping Mall.
Okay.
It's the cast. The fucking cast is amazing in Chopping Mall. But this is still fun. Go on.
I was just gonna say, but this cast is nothing to sneeze at either.
No, they're not. They're not. They definitely don't. Again, you've even smaller Robert Picardo turns up. Darren McGavin, as a bad guy, he was good as a bad guy. I just didn't feel he was in it enough for you to kind of really determine this guy. Like, he definitely had more screen presence, obviously, than Vincent Price, but I just think his character was kind of fleeting for you to really kind of have any investment in him as a villain.
I would say so, and I was thinking that too, but I think that was deliberate because, like, you kind of forget about him, so you don't peg him as a villain. So maybe there's a little bit of a thing of surprise there. That's I think it was deliberate, kind of, so the audience kind of forgets about him, and they're like, oh, because it would have been really obvious if maybe he'd had more screen time.
Jen, Acres a Movie wants to know, did you like Wise Guys? Did you ever see a movie with Wise Guys with Joe Piscopo?
I know of it. I still haven't seen it, but I know what you're talking about. And I've seen like clips and trailers of it, but I've never seen it. But I know of its reputation. What about you, Marty?
Never seen that one. Never actually seen
Okay.
that one. I need to check it out. Maybe it's one you could do in the future for your mob season. Or although you're moving away from mob stuff now, aren't you? You're going doing
We're
Sons.
we're gonna be doing a few. Trenchy needs a little time to catch himself up, so we will be doing a few. And we still got to talk about our last episode of, not to divert from what we're talking about, but we still got to talk about the last episode of The Sopranos. And there's a few mob movies. Plus, we want to do the movie as well,
Hmm.
Saints of New
Um,
York.
Let's see. It was hilarious. Him and DeVito playing off each other was great. I have never seen that one. I need to check it out.
You'd
So
probably
yeah,
like it.
do you say essentially the plot is for this movie, not Wise Guys? Essentially for the plot, for anyone who doesn't know, you have a number of robberies being conducted by unkillable assailants. Essentially, zombies are ripping off fucking jewelry stores, and Treat Williams, Roger Mortis, and you have also fucking his partner. Um, the names again. I'm just laughing at the names. Doug Bigelow. I mean, it's again. It's a wink and a nod to the audience with names like this. Piscopo's character. They have to investigate it. And would you say there's a compelling detective story here, or is it just join the dots? There's no real investigation going on.
Yeah, I would agree with you, but I don't think that this isn't that kind of movie. This is just a fun buddy cop movie with zombies, is what, like you said, no delusions of grandeur in this film, but it works. And I like how they establish their repartee with each other. You can see that Treat Williams is a little bit the more suave, sophisticated one, and Joe Piscopo is the crazier one of the two, and, a little bit more, has hyper puppy energy, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? Is going to go play out in traffic, and they really work well together. And I was just thinking of this because probably if you showed someone a little younger or who didn't grow up the way we did with these kind of movies, humor changes after time. Do you think if you showed this to a younger person, they would find the humor as funny as we did?
I don't think so. And I think, like you said, this is one of those movies you couldn't make nowadays because of PC
Mm-hmm.
culture. And again, I'm an advocate of enlightenment, but I also say, Jesus Christ, let's have a fucking sense of humor as well. And I think
Yes.
Piscopo's character is definitely a driving force on why some people might have issue, because he's not super sleazy. I remember thinking when I originally watched this, oh, this guy was like fucking super. He's not super sleazy, but he is a bit like, fucking Neanderthal, again, the character names, as Randy James calls it, Randy fucking James. These names, you know.
But see, I thought, of course, I'm just that kind of woman. I find him charming. There's something about him that he'd make me smile, and I'd be like, okay. And some women would be totally turned off, but I'm like, I like, you know, I like him.
Look, there is a likability to him as well. Hey, Rowdy, we've Rowdy Riles in the chat there. If you're a figure collector, they do
Hello.
fucking top notch reviews, and they don't fuck around. One thing drives me nuts with figure collectors is like they're like, oh, this is great, this is great. There's some fucking handful of collectors like Larry. Larry is fucking dead honest. If you see an issue with a figure, he'll fucking say it. Rowdy is another person that you can fucking guarantee you'll get an honest review and a figure for. But I digress. Back to what I was saying. Yeah, it's one of those things that I think the likability trumps the sleaziness to a certain extent.
Is he sleazy, Marty? I don't think he's
A wee
sleazy.
bit. The guy declared he wanted to be reincarnated as a lady's bicycle seat.
Well, I mean, I'd like to be reincarnated as, like, your underwear or something. So, I mean,
Jesus fucking Christ! I knew this was gonna happen. But yeah, no, there is a likability. Sorry to disturb you from your boner, and he pulls the fucking porno bag off the. I was laughing at that line. There's some of the lines in this that shouldn't fucking work that do. It's like, oh
mhm.
Christ, are you hurt? lady, I'm fucking dead. I just like that. I just like that line, the delivery. Again, it's supposed to come off as some badass, action one-liner, but it's just fucking cheesy, but it works. Again, the characters are, if these were asshole characters or nobody characters, you wouldn't like it, you wouldn't get it. But again,
Mhm.
it's just because Treat Williams and Piscopo are just doing the utmost to be likable and fucking sell this shit. That's why they're getting away with it. That's my opinion.
I would totally agree with you on that. And there is there's a lot of lines like that. I know another one you liked is when, all the meat was being, being brought back to life. And they're like, what do we do? Cover it with A1 sauce.
Yeah, that was fucking,
Which isn't a good line.
again.
It's cute.
It's funny. Had you a kind of favorite zombie design or creature design? Or I like the biker guy that ended up causing fucking Roger to be killed.
I like the biker guy too. I like and I like the one guy at the toward the with the kind of mushed up face and had all the eyes and kind of heavyset guy.
Yeah.
I thought there wasn't a special effect that I didn't like, but again, the thing that and again, subtle is not a word I generally use with this kind of movie. But when we were watching and Treat Williams, like, he starts to decompose and it gets progressively worse as the movie, but it's I'm like, you saw the smudges under his eyes and it's not real pronounced at first, and it gets a little darker and a little darker. I'm like, that's very good. That's very subtle.
I like
people.
They use it as a leeway for humor as well, because he's like, oh shit, so he gets the lipstick. I thought that was brilliant as well.
And that's the power of friendship, because Joe Piscopo goes, it brings out your eyes, and he kind of has a little lisp and stuff, and that's what reminds when Joe Piscopo was in zombie form, that kind of the power again. Is this movie deeper than what we think? Because the subtext of this is the power of friendship.
Jen, a woman was called Randy James and our characters were attacked by deep fried duck. I don't think we're getting Hitchcockian level fucking,
But no, like, sometimes it's nice, like, you can have some deep moments in, like, shallow places. Hey, that's pretty profound, Marty. Sometimes you find deep moments in shallow places. I need to write for fucking Hallmark. Remember that line, Marty. That's I'm profound.
I'm astounded you didn't turn it into some sordid fucking innuendo.
I'll do that eventually, but right now I'm being introspective, Jen, and deep. I watched it. It's blame it on the movie that I'm going to review later, that Garden of Eden. I've got a lot. I'm in a philosophical mood tonight.
Yeah, can you draw any comparisons to that movie and this movie?
No, and you know why? You know why? Just a little bit. I told you. You know why?
Actually, do you know what? We'll use this as a leeway. The way because we're sometimes we stay a bit close to the fucking criteria. Let's mix it up. And this is to anyone in the chat as well. Jen, what is your favorite horror comedy? Are you one of these people that don't feel that the genres can be mixed or married to each other that well? If you had to pick.
That's a really good question. And I'm just I'm my mother's daughter, and my mother is the same way. And it's not that we don't have a sense of humor. It's just a lot of things that, like, people will be rolling in their eyes, whether it's regular humor, horror humor, whatever. A lot of things just don't really click. I'm a tough person when it comes to humor, but when something does, I appreciate it all the more. And it's hard for me in any kind of, whether it's horror or regular comedy, but when it's done well. And to answer your other question, what's my favorite? What We Do in the Shadows has me in stitches every fucking time.
That's fucking brilliant.
I love that.
Awesome.
Peter!
The fucking Nosferatu vampire and shit.
The first time I watched that, I must have laughed like 10 minutes straight, and it's still funny after initial watches. It's still funny.
I'm doing my dark bidding. What? I'm bidding on a table on eBay. Or fucking the swearwolves We're werewolves. We're not. Jeremy Clemente is fucking brilliant. Is that? Oh, Larry's got a couple here, and yeah, there's some good ones. Evil Dead 2, obviously. Shaun of the Dead, Tucker and Dale, fucking gold. What We Do in the Shadows, probably my top. Yeah, there's fucking Larry's got some top notch picks there.
American
I
Werewolf in
like
London.
Shaun of the Dead.
Sorry.
Yeah, that one has always. That one
Because
is
of
a
John
seesaw
Landis.
movie for me for the genre, though. I think
It is, because 1 minute we're getting some really funny lines, and then the next there's some dark and serious moments in it too. But I appreciate that. It kind of is the bitter and the sweet, which appeals to me.
I can't believe I'm in a porno theater in Piccadilly Circus talking to a corpse. That's a great line.
There's a naked American man.
Stole my balloons.
I love that.
I like when fucking oh Christ, what was David's friend again? Fucking hell.
David. Oh God. I'm blanking, Marty. I'm blanking.
There's probably people screaming at me in the fucking chat right now. When he appears to him first time, and he's like, "Can I have a piece of toast?" And you're like, "That's such a fucking I'm."
Another great, and it's another John Landis movie, Innocent Blood. I think that's a really funny one.
That one's great. That one's fun as well. That's good. Fucking Don Rickles' death. Just he's like delighted he's back as a vampire, and then he fucking dies horribly. It's like that's fucking cool. Horror again, it can be done, and I think it applies to let's see. Did you see Oasis Zombies? I have not seen that. Reanimator. Larry said Reanimator. Club Dread. I didn't see that one. That's the one with Bill Paxton. That's Jen. That's not.
It's all right. It didn't do much for me.
Yeah, I love that line as well, Larry. Cat dead. Details later. That's cool. Okay. What are you gonna do? You're ahead. Get a job in a fucking sideshow. I love some of the lines in that.
I know.
Repossessed. Never seen Repossessed.
Marty, Marty, is there time to do it before the end? Repossessed is another one I love. Acres of Movies, Linda Blair, Ned Beatty, Leslie Nielsen, and it's a parody of The Exorcist. And it's very much like Dead Heat. It's a very movie of its time. Don't want to be repossessed.
I gotta check that one out. Jess Franco. Jason, is it a comedy though? Is it a comedy? Isn't that one has like zombie Nazis? Although fucking so many movies, fucking zombies and Nazis go together like jelly and fucking ice cream. Jesus Christ.
Well, you know why, right? If you believe some of the tales, some of the Nazis were very much into the kind of
cult,
of
yeah.
stuff. Yes, not all of them. Go ahead. I'm sorry, Marty. I keep cutting you off.
No, you're great. There's a bit of lag. Don't worry about it. But yeah, no, it's bad enough dealing with shithead Nazis, undead shithead Nazis. That's the last thing. Dead Snow is funny as well. They bring back communist zombies to fight the fucking Nazi zombies. It's fucking mental.
What about for you?
Have you go on?
What about for you? What are some movies like if someone was looking for some horror comedies?
Obviously I'm gonna go with like the obvious ones, the basic bitch ones. Army of Darkness, although that one, the horror is definitely a lot more diluted. But Bruce Campbell is brilliant, and the effects are still cool, and there's stop motion skeletons, and how can you not like that? But yeah, it's again, it goes back to what John Cleese was saying. If you can make someone laugh, you can do any kind of fucking drama whatsoever. So I think that's how that kind of works. Shaun of the Dead is funny, as Larry was saying. Shaun of the Dead. I hate it because I'm the one who came up with the question, and I know once I'll finish this stream, I'm going to be like, "Fuck, I should have mentioned this," or "Fuck, I should have mentioned that." Critters is brilliant. Killer Clowns from Outer Space. That's another funny one.
Night of the Creeps.
Night of the Creeps is funny as well. I like Night of the Creeps. The oh, fucking Tom Atkins is so good in that movie. I got good news and bad news for you, ladies. What's the good news? Good news is your dates are here. Bad news is they're dead. And just there's a lot of meta humor in it as well. Like, fucking where the girl is telling your man she saw a zombie, his friend is behind him. He's like, fucking crazy. Yeah, you fucking do her. Like he's like indicating, yeah, she's fucking crazy, but she'll do you because she's fucking crazy. I like that. It's funny. Night of the Creeps is funny. Monster Squad. Monster Squad is great. I love fucking Phoebe,
Wolfman
the little
Scott
girl.
Nards.
Yeah, no, my favorite one is Phoebe, the little girl, right? And she's been kicked out of the club, and she befriends Frankenstein's monster, and all the lads end up fucking running and hiding, and she's like, "Come out, you chicken shits! He's friendly. It's this little adorable girl. Come out, you chicken shits!" It's this.
And another one that deals with Nazis, not zombie Nazis, but we do have Nazis. That's how I learned about the Holocaust.
I love that. Hey kids, it's a goofy Goonies monster, Universal monster thing. Oh, by the way, this guy was in Auschwitz. It's like, where the fuck did that come out of? It's a great line.
I keep interrupting you. I'm so sorry, Marty.
No, go on.
I was just going to say, but that's the genius. Like, I know we're kind of derailing a little bit here, but I've talked about this many a times. That's what gets me so angry when people say, oh, horror is the lowest common denominator. It's right next to porn and stuff. But no, horror can show us, the horribleness of life and, the atrocities of life. And literally, that is how I learned about the Holocaust, because I saw and I looked into it. And it's a good way to teach kids. Like, it's a good way to kind of put kids, because you got to prepare them for the bad stuff as well as the good. And it's done brilliantly.
It is. That wasn't a criticism. I just like the fact that Fred Decker had the fucking balls, and Shane Black, because I think, yes, Black done the script, had the balls to put that in. Like, it's a real subtle scene. And it's like 2 seconds. Yes, you could say I know a thing or two about monsters, and you just see that, and you're like, that's all you fucking need. That's all you fucking need, and it's beautifully done. Like, do you think there was ever a time when, like, horror has always kind of had this mesh towards comedy, be it stuff that was in the 80s, or be it What We Do in the Shadows, or be it Dead Heat, or be it even Abbott and Costello. The Abbott and Costello movies, Meeting the Wolfman, Meeting the Mummy, and stuff like that. Why, out of all the genres, do you think horror marries to comedy so well?
Because you can't appreciate one without the other. You can't appreciate a good and the best kind of comedy is painful. Grief is born out of comedy, and comedy is born out of grief. I've said this so many times, it's a cliche, but it's a yin yang thing. What they both pair with each other so well, and you have to have one to appreciate the other. I really believe that.
It's the old adage, you have to laugh to stop yourself from crying.
Exactly. And I think humor is the one weapon we have in this world. I think it's the only weapon we really have to keep our sanity and that's why it's such a fine line. And that's also interesting why a lot of really funny people in there, they're not so funny when they're off stage. There's a marriage between the two. It's fascinating, really.
I suppose as well, because we see people up on the big screen, or we see people at comedy shows, we're like, oh, this person's going to be fucking, a fucking rollicking laugh all the time. These are people. They're not machines, like.
No. And they can observe life in a way. But yeah, I think that is but why do you think it works so well? That's just my own 2 cents. I think you have to have both to appreciate both.
I would use the term the roller coaster effect. I think it works really well, because like you're going up, the laughs, the build up, and then the drop, the scary part. And I think if you have it like Evil Dead, Evil Dead 2 for me is a roller coaster movie. You've got like this high octane fucking scares. Well, nowadays people probably wouldn't find them scary. I mean, fucking the Ash's girlfriend looks like a fucking headless muppet now when you look back on it. But it's just you had this frenetic energy of scares, laugh. I mean, where the fucking severed hand is giving him the finger and he puts farewell to arms on it. It's just Raimi does. I think the only time Raimi ever captured that again, and a lot of people kind of they used to like it, now they don't like the movie. I fucking love the movie. I know Alison Lohman turned out to be a bit of a fucking problematic individual, but Drag Me to Hell, that's
Oh yeah.
only as close as he's come to doing what I call kind of a roller coaster movie of laughs, kind of measured equally to horror, to scares. Go on.
I was just gonna say, you would say roller coaster. I have a better analogy.
Well, I'm gonna regret. Go on.
Orgasm, Marty, an orgasm. That's what I would call it. It's an orgasm, right? And it's peaks and valleys, and it's all tumbling inside you, and it's getting higher and higher, and you got to release it. And see, orgasms in this involves wet stuff, right? Because you're laughing so hard you're crying, and then you ejaculate, so stuff comes out of your penis or vagina.
Jen, if a dude is having sex with a woman and she starts crying, there's something fucking wrong there, okay?
I've done that with a few of mine.
Jesus fucking Christ.
No, I think it works better as an analogy. I love your roller coaster. It's cool, but, I think an orgasmic thing,
Okay. Right, I'll open this to the chat. Which do you think is a better allegory for horror comedies? A roller coaster or an orgasm? Let me know, please, in the fucking comments, if you could.
Oh, God! And if you like an orgasm, just type in, oh, God! Oh, God! You're dating me, Marty. You're dating me.
Thank you, Akers. He says roller coaster. They say roller coaster.
That's okay. Larry's with me, though.
Oh, I think you're on the fucking computer there for a second, did it?
Yeah, I had to move it. Sorry.
What do you think's the? No, you're okay. What is the Larry? Oh my God, Larry! Don't be fucking kind of leading her on. Don't be fucking. Don't be doing that. You're encouraging her. Oh God, Jesus Christ!
You were going to say, darling.
Has there ever been something that attempted to? What I was going to say was, has there ever been a movie that attempted to do horror and comedy at the same time that failed miserably, in your opinion?
Probably a lot of stuff. But then again, humor is so subjective. Just because it doesn't work for me doesn't mean it doesn't work. It just didn't work for me. I can't think of one off the top of my head, but ask the chat, and do you have one? Because I'm sure there is, but I'm blanking at anything right now. Wait a minute, because I think they were trying to be fucking funny. There is one movie, only it wasn't fucking funny, Marty. And I think you're going to figure out which movie I'm going to go after. Fucking Dash Cam. I fucking hated that fucking movie.
Also, Akers was asking if we like popcorn. I do, but only if it's in the cinema. Only if I prefer cinema popcorn. I don't like bag popcorn. Wait. Akers says they like Dash Cam.
That's okay. Some people did. It's fine. It's just that's one movie that just pissed me the fuck off. And that's cool. That I'm no hate against you or the movie. It's just everyone has a couple of movies that they just want to burn, just set on fire and burn and eviscerate it. That's one of mine. Oh, no, they mean popcorn movie. Good. Oh, good people. Yeah, popcorn. There's a movie called Popcorn that's really good.
Let's see. Dash. They have no opinion on Dashcam. Patrick asks, "Oh, come on, Tex. Drag Me to Hell is fucking brilliant. I fucking love Drag Me to Hell,
It
dude.
has a lot of detractors, though. In fairness, I know a lot of people who feel like Tex does.
I don't know why. I just is it because of the effects? Is it because of, I will tell it's erratic. It's erratic in its plotting and staging. I will give it that. But it's fun. It felt like Sam Raimi went back to the old Evil Dead formula. And I think I think as well, it was one of the first movies that established Justin Long as this kind of low key kind of scream king. I don't know. Would
Yeah,
you agree with our final boy, or I don't know what the
Final
term would
Boy.
be?
Fine, Scream King's a good one. Final Boy's good too. Yeah, and Justin, and you gotta love Justin Long. Like everybody in the horror community fucking loves him. So there is that. But to be fair, I've heard I mean, that's a movie that when you say bad movies, that's one that gets thrown around a lot. Is Drag Me to Hell. You see it on almost all the bad lists. There are some people who really do like it.
Two things. Acres, I'm looking forward to that because that looks cool. It's a kind of dark horror comedy about a asshole boss and the assistant he puts down trapped in an island, and she is a lot more vicious and ruthless to the boss when she's on the island. And it's Lord of the Flies meets The Office. That's what it
Nice.
looks like. Also, Akers asks, do you like April Fool's Day? From 1987, I have an issue with this, and I think you have the same issue with me. Go on.
Mm-hmm. Do you want go? No, you because I've been interrupting you all night. You go first, and I'm sorry about it, Marty.
It's a disingenuous slasher. It's a fucking disingenuous slasher because, and I'm always confused by the fucking boating accident at the start. I don't know how they fucking staged that, but Jen, you get what I'm saying, right?
I feel the same way. When I saw that movie, I remember I rented it. And one thing I do like about that movie is I fucking love the cover. I remember because I saw it in the video store all the time.
The noose. Her ponytail is the noose. It's a great fucking cover. It's a great cover.
I love that cover. And I thought, okay, this is really cool. And I was enjoying it and having fun with it. And then that goddamn ending, and I'm like, this was Little Jen, and I'm like, this is fucking bullshit. This is stupid. And this was Little Jen, right? Then like 8 or 9-year-old Jen. This is fucking bullshit, and just throw it across the room. Never again. You betrayed me, movie. This is bullshit. What do you mean they're all alive? I was angry about that.
Guys, what's your opinion on it? Thanks, Akers, a movie, for bringing that up, because that's a good fucking kind of spitball topic. What's your thoughts on April Fools, the quote unquote slasher movie?
Me?
No, the chat. Because you gave your thoughts on it.
Yeah, no, you're okay. That's what threw me off. I thought you were talking to me. I'm sorry, Marty. I'm off my game.
No, you're good. You're good. Like, do you think it was kind of a cheat, or do you think it was like a really fucking, or it was a cheap way of fucking, it was a cheap kind of twist? Was it a shitty Shyamalan kind of fucking M. Night Shyamalan fucking bullshit twist?
Yes. I would say so. It was before that. I hated it. I didn't like. No offense to anyone who likes it. I get it. I know a lot of people do. There was a remake too of that. I remember, but I didn't have any interest.
Okay. I just felt it was disingenuous to, like, fucking set up all these kills, and it's like, what? Man, that makes no fucking sense. And it didn't even make sense because some of those, like, it's like, Christ, Jen's gonna get mad, so I can't say anything. Go ahead.
When have I ever gotten mad?
It's like Friday the 13th Part 5. It's just those setups were way too elaborate for to actually, Fucking Roy Burns, fucking being able to fucking kill all those kids that fucking quick. I'm telling you, it's stupid. If they had a scene of maybe fucking one of Tommy's masks being fucking stolen and the face missing off it, the face kind of left there, but the rest of the mask gone. But no, you're telling me Roy Burns had a prosthetic, had all this shit fucking lying around. Like,
yes.
what? But okay. So the only way that was going to fucking go down, right? The only way that was going to go down, Jen, was if he had planned on going on a fucking rampage already before his son was killed, because all those events take place within 24 fucking hours.
I know, he was already damaged. A person like that who has a psychological damage mind, Marty.
That would be brilliant, Jen, if the motherfucker wasn't introduced in a fucking 20-second fucking scene.
No, like, that makes it better. And that 20-second, that little scene that he was in, it told us everything. His eyes told us everything. And then he almost pukes, and then he gets, because it's his kid, Marty. It's his kid, and we don't know. I like that we don't know the backstory. Why, if he loved his kid so much, why is he in? Is he ashamed of his kid? Is it his family? What the fuck is going on? There's so many avenues we can drive down.
And they never do, because they're all fucking blocked. You don't. No, Roy Burns is the laziest fucking killer set up in this fucking movie. I'm sorry, Jen.
Blasphemous.
Lazy as fuck.
You're wrong, darling. You're wrong. I love you, but you're wrong on this. I love you.
Well, anyway, we'll be fucking diplomatic here now. Right, chat. Roy Burns. A good fucking twist in that Friday the 13th, or absolute fucking last minute pulled out your arse hot garbage?
No, and also that's a fucking cool scene when the candy bar. Well, fine then, just forget about it, and then and the blood on the sheets, and then the one goth girl going, it's fucking awesome, Marty. It's
okay. You got one person backing you up so far.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you, Akers.
But there's no setup for it. The motherfucker appears and nothing. I don't know who. I remember what. Do you know the only thing? That I remember thinking? I was like, is that the guy from Quantum Leap? I was like, is that Scott Bakula? Is that Scott Bakula right there? I was like, God damn it.
Marty, I don't mean to be condescending to you, but come here, sit on my lap and squeeze my tit while I explain to you something about horror.
Oh, fuck you.
Sometimes it's not about, like the ABC 1, 2, 3. It's about
or logic. Sometimes obviously it's not about
you
logic.
Say it sarcastically. No, you say it sarcastically. I mean it that sometimes emotion trumps logic. At least with me. If the emotional payoff is good, which it is, then we're fine. That is one thing. You're a little picky when it comes to
honest to God, fucking there was no build up for that character. There was no to have the fucker in the background, have him like do some weird shit at the fucking hospital or the mortuary. There is no fucking it's
it's called subtlety, Marty. It's called subtlety.
That's not fucking subtle though. For it's this fucking cunt that appeared for 20 fucking seconds.
It always comes back to Friday the 13th with us, doesn't it? In one way, shape, or form.
But Roy Burns sucks balls.
No, he doesn't. And it's still better than that goddamn beer commercial we had to do a while back.
In fairness, anything would be better than that fucking beer commercial. I know there's the whole newspaper, but there's no establishment. There's no fucking, and if I remember I seen some motherfucker, right? I seen some motherfucker well, what about Kevin Spacey in Seven? That's fucking built up throughout the movie. They don't pull the character out at the.
Marty, I told you that scene where he almost throws up, and when he's practically weeping at his boy, who's, just turned into is eviscerated by some Looney Tunes. It's really good. It's fucking powerful. It speaks to you, even if it doesn't have all the logicals 1, 2, 3 ABCs with it. It speaks to the heart, Marty. It speaks to the heart.
Jen, the problem is, right? Okay, you've got the original Friday the 13th. Granted, the continuity is shanky, but we know Jason. We know his fucking mother. We know about his shit growing up. We know a lot about Jason. Thanks. Now, granted, it's not fucking Cobra Vard or Werner Herzog level character fucking development, but we know enough about the character. This motherfucker is like a set of car keys I just leave on the table and walk off. I don't tell you what the keys are for. I don't tell you what I want to do with the keys. I've just put the keys in the fucking coffee table.
Sometimes in life, darling, we don't get answers. Sometimes we never get answers. Why should our horror be any different?
It's bad fucking writing.
I know, but I don't agree. But it's fun.
They're fighting.
I still love
Wait,
you, though.
what?
I still want to have sex with you, Marty.
I know. Sure, that's obvious. Tex and Akers, they're talking about Roy's hair. I didn't even notice what hairstyle he fucking has. He just had a fat Scott.
And you call yourself a horror fan. You call yourself a true horror fan, darling.
Fucking Roy Burns.
It's the same thing, like horror sequels, getting back, I'll kind of drive the car a little bit over because Akers asked us if we wanted to see a sequel to this movie, and horror sequels, I mean, look at my beloved Art the Clown. I love Damien. No one will stand up for Damien more than me, but even I have to admit, he's pulling it out of his ass at each installment, and it's fucking awesome. It's great. I'm here for it.
Thank you. Because we've had discussions. Me and this sexy fucking lunatic have had discussions. We're good. Art the Clown is like her Santa Claus. She gets so excited, and like with Christmas, right? You tear open your presents in the morning, but they're never as good as I think they are. They are always much better while that wrapping is still on. I mean, you were like, oh, we're getting an origin for Art. We're fucking not. We're never getting an origin for
this time for sure, Marty. He promised us, and he said it was going to be in the first 10 minutes of the movie. He promised us, and Damien wouldn't lie. He wouldn't. He knows what he's doing, Marty. He knows what he's doing. Have faith.
Look, I'll give you one thing. At least Art has more fucking development than that fucking Roy Burns. Jesus.
Oh, for fuck's sake, we go back to this. But getting back to like the sequels and stuff, particularly of the 80s and 90s, continuity was not written in stone. That was for sure. And for good or bad, look at Jesus Christ. It's a perfect season to bring him up. Look at the Halloween movies.
Yeah, I mean, how many alternate universes has Michael Myers existed in? How many fucking siblings has Laurie Strode had? I mean, our fucking children has Laurie Strode had. It's like, what the fuck? What is going on here? If it ain't working, we'll just reboot it again. I mean, how many times has that franchise been fucking rebooted, Jen? Roughly. Just
a lot.
Yeah.
And we won't. Do we count the Rob Zombies, or is that his own thing?
No, I'm fucking wanting. Hey, we got a legend in the chat there, Juno 2000. If you haven't checked out Juno's channel, what the fuck are you doing? Go fucking check out Juno's channel. if you don't, Jen will go after you and try and explain why Roy Burns is the most developed character in cinema, and nobody wants that. Really, fucking no one.
I'm gonna do a fucking video just to, and also Juno and Texas do great streams together. They just do some really
They
talk
do
about good life.
fucking cracking live streams.
Yeah, and good dudes on top of it. Very good dudes.
Another aspect of continuity being out the fucking Freddy. How many different ways has there to be to destroy Freddy? You know, the power of love, consecrating his bones, being torn apart by the souls of his fucking children. It's like,
and the sperm, Marty. The sperm. Don't forget about your favorites. The sperm. I love that movie. Fuck you, Marty. I love that movie. You know I do. And don't forget about the power glove.
Fucking hell. That fucking movie, Jesus Christ. That was someone who's like, I like Tex Avery cartoons, but unfortunately I've only been given this Friday the 13th or this Nightmare on Elm Street movie to direct. It's like, let's see, hang on, Juno's got something to say here. That Halloween franchise is now turning into Texas Chainsaw Massacre franchise. Also, A24 are doing another Chainsaw film, and it's going to be another fucking reboot of the first film. Here
we go again. But maybe it'll be better than the last one we got. Like, that movie, I will say this, that movie wasn't bad if it didn't have anything to do with, if it had just been a standard slasher, it would have been fine. It would have been fine. The problem is when you add the Texas Chainsaw Massacre to your Texas Chainsaw Massacre movie. That's where we get the problem.
There was some cool ideas, there was some cool kills in it, but like you said, that should not have been a Texas Chainsaw movie. And Sally Haggerty, for her character to fucking
literally get thrown in the trash,
fucked onto the garbage. It's like, hey, was that metaphorical? You don't fucking, you know.
I don't know if the movie was smart enough or if it just was an accident. Also, Acres of Movies says that Children of the Corn 3 is underrated. And I would, oh God, not to bring up my channel being things, but I just realized I was the only one who'd ever reviewed all those fucking movies. Do I have to do it again, Marty? All those videos are gone.
Well, you are known as the Queen of the Corn when in certain horror parks when it comes to, you know, reviewing those movies, or that, or you're just, people are like, yeah, she's a hick.
Fuck you. But I will agree, 3 is actually one of the better ones. Now, the bar's not super high with, and I don't hate it. There are a couple, like, I like the first one for what it is, and 3 is really good. And there's another one. There's a couple, and Stacy Keach is in one of them. That one's good, where they have sex in the corn. Because I was like, I told Marty, I go, we need to have sex in the corn, darling. Do they have corn in Ireland, darling? Or is it just?
I'm not pulling corn husks out of my arse. It seems that his shithouse wants another reboot sequel like that. What the fuck are they doing? They're milking the shit out of these franchises that won't die, as if they want the money. Yeah, that's the thing though. Sadly, these, the longer these franchises go on, it's the order diminishing returns, and creativity takes a backseat to seeing how much fucking money you can make.
Yeah. And we're all, and you know what? We're all of the age. We all grew up with that, and we're all of that. God, no. Every time I think about it, it hits me because I think we're not old yet, and yeah, we're getting there. We're getting to where our parents were at one point. God, but nostalgia sells. Like, it doesn't matter what generation you're from. Nostalgia.
It is.
Sells.
It's a license to print money.
Yeah, it is.
It's a license to print money. Like,
that's why, like, as much as I don't mean to cut you off, Marty, but that's why, and I love my franchises. I do. As bad as sometimes people give it shit for, I love my Halloween franchise. I love Art the Clown. I love Freddy and Jason and Texas Chainsaw Massacre. But that's why you guys have sometimes really got to dig and look at the independent scene, because if you want fresh and nuanced stuff, or foreign horror, that's where you go to get somewhat. Not to say that anything under the sun isn't already done 100 times before, but at least it's repackaged in a little way, or at least it has something interesting to say.
I will fucking give credence to that fucking clown. In an age where we're getting the same slashers over and over again, Leone is definitely referencing with reverence those movies, but he's given us something new and he's pushing the boundaries. And like him or fucking hate him, it is something in a sea of fucking reboots and remakes. At least art is something that's new and fresh, and you don't have to fucking watch fucking 20 other fucking movies to know what he's about. I think Leone could make about fucking 40 of those movies and we'd still get no fucking origin on who the fuck art is.
We will, Marty.
And
He won't lie to us.
Tech says Black Phone 2 is excellent though. Okay, I need to
I've
check
heard,
that out.
I haven't seen it yet, but I've heard that. I've heard that it's pretty good. But then, I mean, look at the cast.
Dun, I'm yeah, I don't know. Do you think Jen, what horror franchise do you think needs to be fucking just taken out behind a barn and fucking shot at this stage? That it's literally on dialysis, it's literally on life support, and it's not. Go on.
See, the thing is you're like, and I know I come across this sometimes, but I am, if I'm not anything else, Marty, besides a girl who absolutely loves your penis, the other thing I can unequivocally say is that I'm a horror fan, and like I don't want any of the franchises. Like I'll hope, like I'll bitch and yell and rant if it's a bad, like I did with Halloween Ends and some of the others. Like I'll bitch and yell and rant, but the next one we got, I'm always that little girl that's like, this time they'll get it right, or this time it can be good. I don't want to ever see any of them die. Like even the fucking Hellraiser. I'm looking behind me, and the Hellraiser, and there's only really 2 good movies in that franchise, but I don't even want to see that one die.
Okay.
That's just me. I'm sorry.
Oh, no, you go on.
I just was saying I love horror too much. These are important. I mean, how sad is it that but they mean something to me. All these things.
No,
mean
it's not. And the thing I love about you as well is that you have such a varied taste in horror. Again, you are a hardcore horror fan. You like the classics. You like your Fridays. You like your Nightmares. You like your Halloweens. But you like other stuff as well, be it Red to Kill, be it Speak No Evil, regardless of what kind of year or what fucking country they were made in, you appreciate horror. And I think, I think, like you said, it's always good to go with the old reliables, but it doesn't hurt to kind of just, fucking spread your palate a bit, kind of open your eyes to some other fucking. Look, I said spread your taste palate. Shit, that's not what fucking.
No, right? It's like me spreading my legs for a foreigner. If I'd been closed-minded, I would have never spread my legs for a handsome foreigner, darling. And I would be.
Sometimes conversing with you, I feel like a soldier traveling across no man's land, trying to fucking. Trying to fucking escape a minefield. Old reliable. What? Oh my god!
My eyes gave me away, didn't I? When you knew what I was going to say before I said it, or you had a pretty good idea.
No, pretty good idea. I wonder has Tex discovered my wash. Old reliable. Do I say old reliable weird?
No.
Okay.
I still want to fuck you.
Oh,
say it again, darling.
Tell you what, you say wash and we'll call it even.
Fuck you, Marty. Judo has something to say. We're not doing this.
Okay. Okay. Let's see. The one movie really surprised me was Toxic Avenger. The remake was great. Thought it was different. It was better than the original, and it wasn't woke or horse manure message around it. I had issues with it. I think they were being a bit too sentimental for a Toxic Avengers remake. maybe I was probably asking for too much though, Juno, because this is a theatrically released Toxic Avengers movie, and again, you are as well, but I was just expecting a lot more hard edge and a lot more nastier. The kind of the usual fare you get with trauma, but even the unrated version wasn't that fucking, fucking sleazy. And I would have liked it to have been a bit more scuzzy and sleazy, which it really wasn't. It's grand. Old reliable. What the fuck?
Tex thinks it's fucking cool. No, he thinks it's fucking cool.
Okay, old reliable. Okay. This.
Thank
So I
God
start
you
calling my
don't
penis that.
I mean, yeah. Except it's not old, Marty. Your penis will never be old to me. No matter how many times I have it in some of my bodily orifice.
It's old, but it's reliable, Jen. It's
I don't think it's old. Oh, and Akers is asking, do we fancy Motel Hell? Yes, I do. I sure as fuck do, and I think Marty does too. Farmer,
yeah, that's
you say my
critters.
tongue is having a stroke.
It takes all kinds of critters to make farmer fritters.
Yeah, that's a great one.
Oh, fucking still, yeah, Blue Rune is great. Blue Rune is fucking awesome. If you haven't seen, that's Green Room is cool. You have Anton Yeltsin against a bunch, him and his punk band against a bunch of Nazis. But Blue Rune is the best low-key revenge movie no one has ever seen. And if you get a chance, fucking check it out. It's awesome. Have you seen that one, Jen?
No, I haven't, but I need to, because I you know me in revenge films, no matter what kind, I always fancy a good revenge movie. If you say it's as good.
And the thing is, it isn't a conventional kind of revenge movie. There's a complexity to it, and also it's like, when you think of something like even Death Sentence, kind of Kevin Bacon turns into a badass. This guy from start to finish is just blundering through taking these people out, and it's a fucking great movie. Let's see. Juno says this Tuesday, me and Tex are going to be doing a ranting watch party on Halloween Ends to see our ranting reaction, watching a giant piece of fucking shit and ripping a new one.
Nice.
Jen, what's your thoughts on Halloween Ends?
I'm not a fan. I'm gonna be honest, because I'm always honest. I'm not a fan of it. If I was to do a ranking, it wouldn't be at the very bottom, but it wouldn't be very much above the bottom. To me, the thing that's really sad about it is there are some good things about that movie, but it's such a mess. And the one thing that I've said, and so many other people have, is they came in way too late. Like, the character of Corey Cunningham is really good. He's a good character. It's just this movie tries to pack too much in, and at too of the late hour. I know you have your theory about what they were going to do, and I kind of agree with you. There's good. Now, it's not I don't love this movie, and there's some things that are just piss me off. I'm like, what the fuck are you people doing? But like, the opening of it is fucking spectacular. Like, that's a damn good opening. So it's a mixed bag for me. It's complicated. That if it was a relationship status, it's very complicated. But I also have to be honest, I don't like it.
My theory is that essentially Michael was going to be killed in Kills, and because that was the theme. You said that, like, the theme of the movie was the evil spreading and infecting the town. My guess was the mob was going to kill Michael, and his malvoyance and evil was going to essentially infect the town, and that's how we end up with a new version of Michael with Corey. That was my theory, because I just feel that the last movie was a bunch of shit just fucking slammed together.
Yeah. Is it mixed for you, or do you lean more into the total hate, or is it a mixed bag for you with that movie?
I have. Okay. This is going to be real fucking weird.
That's
Not a
usually
fan
my
of
job.
kills,
I know.
but there's stuff in ends I like because, yeah, there's stuff in ends I like that I think if they had gone with their original plan, that would have been brilliant. Again, it's just a case that the studio is afraid to deviate from the franchise. They're afraid to move away from Michael Myers, and I think if a horror franchise redirected or course corrected, it would have been an interesting and ballsy move. Now I know hardcore fans would have fucking hated it, just like a lot of hardcore fans hate fucking part three. Um, I think if they'd followed through with what I theorized, we would have gotten a far more interesting and dynamic Halloween franchise. It's evil dies tonight. Michael dies tonight. Evil lives forever. That's
That's
what
good.
would have been the kind of the twist for the movie. Hey, we got Movie Massacre in the chat.
Hey,
That's a chap with another fucking awesome channel. Let me just check something here. We have Juno. It would be better if Michael one had killed everyone else like Leatherface did in Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2022. I don't know. It's just Juno. I think there's only so many times you can have fucking Michael just fucking going around fucking stabby, you know. Um, that's
he says,
I
oh, sorry.
no
I
go
keep
go first.
saying that.
Go on.
I feel like I'm an asshole, Marty. I'm sorry. For me personally, the movie really pissed me off how shitty it really is and fucking boring as fuck with the romance in the Halloween film. Like, what the fuck? For me, that was the worst one. I've heard a lot of people have a problem with this fucking romance in it. Like, I get what Juno's saying.
Is there like again? I'm probably the same with the Alien franchise, but in other regards, there's part of me who was like, Jesus Christ, how many times can we have people on a spaceship blowing the fucking monster out into space? And I take our horror. Are we the hardest fans to fucking please? Sci-fi and horror fans. It's like we want something new, but we don't want something different. Is that no, seriously, is that horror fans in
I'm laughing because it resonates with. I'm not laughing at you. I'm just that's a good way to put it. That's a very good way to put it. We are. I think and then there are some again, and I love all and I'm part of the problem too. I'm not saying I'm bigger than the rest of you guys, but horror fans, we like our comfort food too. Some of us like our comfort food as well. And so it's a hard thing. We want the same thing, but we want different spices, and it's hard. But that's also probably why we love the genre so much. There's some whole mixed bag, Marty. It's a whole mixed
again?
bag.
I don't. Maybe it's with age because I'm fucking gone bipolar. Like I was bitching about visual effects, and then it was like, yeah, fucking CG is fucking bullshit. Go practical. And then I watched Alien Earth, and I'm like, oh dear
Yeah,
lord,
I
what have they
remember that was
done?
Hey, Ben Grimm.
Hey, Ben Grimm. Like, fucking hell. I just
That's a good
want.
point that Ben. I'm sorry. That's a good point that Ben's pointing out. There's good different and there's bad different. That's a good point.
But I think as genre fans, we don't give a chance. Maybe with fucking difference sometimes.
Yeah,
I don't
that's
know.
true. No, and again, I'm not coming after anything, but that is you do like there are some really great horror. Like that's why I do what I do on my channel. I cover stuff that I have a movie, even though there's like I've been away for a while, and there's a lot of movies that I will get to, but the movie that I'm going to cover is something that very few people have even talked about. They're at least the people we know in this community and stuff. And like you're missing out, guys. Like it's great for the mainstream and everything, but dig under the. And I know Ben is someone who's seen every fucking thing, but like open, like really, we got to be, as horror fans, we have to be a little bit more flexible, a little bit more open. You know, I've heard so many horror fans go, I don't do foreign horror because I don't want to read subtitles. And I'm like, but you're missing out on some brilliant movies. You know what I mean? Am I coming off snobby? I hope I'm not coming off snobby.
No, you're not. Again, it's always good to fucking kind of widen your variety in your menu. Yeah, Ben, I like the Maniac remake. I liked as well the fact I think, again, I'm not being a fucking dickhead. The original Maniac is badass. It's good, but I like the fact they went, oh shit, it's Frodo Baggins. He's the fucking maniac, and it's more feasible because Elijah Wood Elijah Wood doesn't look like someone who'd fucking skin you and wear your fucking skin and stuff like that. And it's more feasible as a kill, like Ted Bundy. Like, fucking no one expects a handsome fucking dude to be a fucking, murderer. And it's just,
It is. But then there's also
Joe
the Ed Geins of the world.
Well,
Sorry.
yeah.
I keep doing it. Sorry.
No, go on.
I was just saying, but there's also. Sorry.
No, go on. But it's the lag, Jen. Go on.
Sorry. I was just saying that there's also the Ed Geins of the world who, and I'm not being an asshole, but you look at that guy and you're like, yeah, I'm not surprised he had women decapitated and hanging like a deer in his home. So it's a dichotomy. And I think that we need to try to taste all the flavors that horror has to offer us. I love my guys in masks. I fucking do. But I also want something a little different sometimes. You get tired of the same old thing.
Yeah, no, like I make cracks with Jen, and it's kind of funny. It's like, oh, there's a new slasher out. Let me guess, it's a guy with a mask killing teenagers, and you're like,
how did you know?
Guess. But yeah, no, yeah, you're right, Akers. They had good chemistry in that. Tex says it's like assholes who don't like chocolate cake or Prince or Bowie. Yeah. Mm-hmm. No, it's good. It's good to have comfort food. And again, I'm not criticizing people who like those franchises, but I do think that if you like them, but you start complaining about stuff as well, it's just, there is that danger, but that's just my opinion.
No, I agree. I think again, and it's not just in any. It's not in any one genre. I think you go to any. Sorry, I think the lag's getting a little worse, darling. You know what? I'm gonna go in and come out because I think the lag is getting a little worse. So I'm gonna come in and go out. Okay, darling. I'm gonna come in.
Okay.
And go out.
Okay.
Cool. I'll be.
Hopefully she'll be able to come back in because yeah. But yeah, no, is there any franchise that you think does need to be rebooted? Is there any kind of horror franchise that could do with a reboot, or is there any movie that you think needs to be fucking taken out and shot? You don't like? What about Black Forest Ghetto, Ben? Do you not like Black Forest Ghetto? Black Forest Ghetto is fucking amazing. That's the best chocolate cake. Yeah, Leprechaun needs to be fucking burnt. Fucking hate that franchise. I fucking hell. Is there anything else there? That's it, Ben. Never again. Vanilla cake's okay. I actually tried a bunch of stuff. Kind of, we don't have Little Debbie's over here, and Jen sent me Little Debbie's cakes, and they're nice. They're okay. Lemon cheesecake is nice. If you've never tried lemon cheesecake, try lemon cheesecake. Arr. Okay. Dun, dun, dun. Let's see. Is it any better?
I don't know if I made it worse or better. Is it better?
Probably not.
I think it might have been worse. Oh no, sorry, darling.
You'll give it a go.
Okay. Ooh. No, there's a bad lag. Oh shit. Sorry. Ah.
And
I'm hoping it'll smooth out.
you are back.
I am back. Woohoo!
Thank goodness.
Okay. There's a bad leg. Now I think I know how you're feeling on your end because I think they're okay. Maybe the leg's gonna work now or not be. Ah, the funness of streaming with Jen. Okay, that did not work. I'm gonna go in.
No, you're okay. You're okay. Can you hear me? Sorry about this, guys. Just having some issues with lag. I'm probably going to finish it up once Jen comes back. I don't want to end it without her getting a chance.
Oh. Maybe if I turn that off.
Hopefully.
I don't know. It's not. It was working halfway okay.
Sugar. Dun, dun. Once Leprechaun got mentioned, it all went to hell. You're fucking right. Sugar. Okay, I'm probably going to end it here, so guys. And if you haven't already, go over to Jen's channel. Oh, wait, she's back. I think. I hope.
Ah! Hi.
Sugar. You're back.
I'm back. I'm back. Sorry about this. I'm so sorry about this, Marty.
Come here, Jen. I'm going to end it here now because the lag is getting serious, okay?
Shoot. Yeah.
No. I think it's on my end. Tex reckons it's on my end. So I'm probably going to finish it up here. But what stuff have you up on your channel that you want to tell people about?
Well, I just got my channel back, and I would like to take this opportunity to thank everybody. So many kind people have put out posts letting the word get out, and you guys have subscribed to me, and I appreciate each and every one of you who's subbed to me or put out a post. Thank you so much, and for kind words. As for what I have, I've got a promo, I've got an announcement explaining why I have a new channel, and I have my top 10 phenomenally underrated horror movies. And I'm working on a review as we speak. So I don't know if I'm frozen or you're I think you might be frozen, darling, or at least I'm not sure. Penis! If anyone can hear me, penis! Marty, you're muted. Marty, you're muted. Marty, you're muted. There you go. You're back, but you're frozen.
I was just checking something. No bother. I'm going to end it here, but big thanks to everyone who stopped into the chat. Tex, Juno, Patrick, Ben Grimm, Movie Massacre, Larry was in. Who else did we have? Mr. Acres. Dan was in. Kaufman Crew was in. Acres of Movies. And anyone else, thanks a million. Sorry, it was a laggy mess. Thank God Jen was here. Jason Callan was in the chat as well. Thank goodness for Jen. And now, of course, it seems to have fucking panned itself out. But I'm going to end it here before I push my luck anymore.
Could you
With
pan
that,
me
thanks
out,
a million.
Marilyn?
Please go.
Could you pan me out?
Jesus, please go subscribe to this lady's channel if you haven't already. And with that, good night. God bless. Take care.
Penis. And spooky. Oh, Marty, though, should we tell them about what we might be doing for next Trashfire?
Oh, yeah.
Remember? We're doing a special
we're doing a special Trashfire for her birthday, but we're not going to tell you what it is. You can probably guess. With that, goodbye.
I picked it, guys. I picked it. Actually, no, that's not true. Marty was begging me. Jen, can we please do this one movie? This one erotic movie. And I'm like, Marty, we're better than that. And he's like, please, Jen.
And with that, we're going to end it here. Good night. And Shlán Bhaile.
We're going to get erotic for October.